Hello chess lovers, I have a very beautiful game for you played by Jose Raul Capablanca against Marc Fonaroff. This was a casual game played in 1918 in New York. Capablanca had white pieces and he started with e4, e5 by Fonaroff, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, white goes for Spanish game, knight f6, black is choosing the Berlin defense, white castles kingside. The main move is knight takes e4, which leads to this famous variation with early queen exchange. But after castling kingside, we see d6 by Fonaroff, d4, bishop d7, knight c3, bishop e7, rook e1, e takes d4, knight takes d4. We see the exchange of knights on d4 square, and then black captures on b5, knight takes b5, black castles kingside, queen c3, both targeting the pawn on c7, and also Capablanca is planning to bring the knight on f5 square. c6, which is somehow weakening the pawn on d6 square. It was better to kick away the knight by playing a6. Of course, white can't capture on c7 because of this deadly pin. But after queen c3 we see c6, knight d4, knight d7, knight f5, threatening checkmate in one, bishop f6, but now the queen comes on g3 square, still keeping the pressure on g7 and attacking the pawn on d6, knight e5, bishop f4. Capablanca will now start putting pressure on d6 pawn, queen c7, here comes the rook, rook d1, rook d8, and an interesting move by Capablanca, rook takes d6. Rook takes d6, bishop takes e5. White is using the fact that black can't capture on e5 because after queen takes e5 this is going to be winning. White is both threatening queen g7 checkmate, and also there is this deadly pin. Black can't move his rook because will lose his queen. That's why after bishop takes e5 black played rook d1. Well, this is losing on the spot. Black is missing a very powerful combination by Capablanca. It was better to play queen a5, both attacking the rook on e1 and also the bishop on e5 square. And if bishop c3, then bishop takes c3, b takes c3, rook g6, knight e7 check, white is winning back the rook, and the players have equal chances. But instead after bishop takes e5 we see rook d1. Rook takes d1, and in return black is capturing on e5. Looks like that black managed to escape from that dangerous situation. But after bishop takes e5, Capablanca went for a mind-blowing combination. Can you find his next moves? Ready? He played knight h6 check. And after king h8 he went for this brilliant queen sacrifice, queen takes e5. Did you find this move? Queen takes e5, knight takes f7 check, and black resigned. Now if king g8, then simply knight takes e5 and white has an extra piece and two extra pawns. Or after knight takes f7 check, if rook takes f7 then rook d8 check, white is using the back rank weakness and it's over, black king is getting checkmated. What a brilliant final combination. If you enjoyed this interesting game, don't forget to give the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, more games are coming.